I want to talk about referencing and citations, particularly when it comes to either publications, thesis writing, proposal writing, etc. I'm going to demonstrate how one of the softwares can be used to make work easier for students pursuing their master's or PhD studies, and including even staff who may need some understanding of referencing and citations. So basically, I'm going to demonstrate, or rather, I'm going to talk about how EndNote software functions. There are several versions for this software, from version 7 all the way 9 and even up to 20. But for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to use version 7. So after you install the software, it appears in your installation files. And if you click the search button here, you will open the software. It says downloads, there's an error here, but you click OK. What we want to do, or rather the first thing you need to do before you even think of using EndNote software for referencing and citations, is to create what we call a library. So how do you do that? You click on File. There are several options here, but you will choose the new option. And then you are prompted to save this new library in the location of your choice. I also must point out that the file name comes with a default name called my EndNote library. I recommend that you customize this name to reflect exactly what this library will contain. If it is a library that will contain your proposal, your research work, you can rename it so. But for this demonstration, let me just call it Peter's Library. So before I save it, I'm not interested in saving it under the document section, but I would like to save it under the downloads section. So I navigate and I choose the downloads section and I click save. So what will happen after I save is that it pops up. It's called the file with the name Peter's Library pops up. It is completely empty. But before I proceed, I just want to confirm that indeed the file is located in the downloads folder. Now, I must also mention at this stage that this file is accompanied by another folder called Peter library.data. So these two must go hand in hand. You cannot have one without the other. So this is where your database for the library will be contained. So these are the two very important files and folders that you need. I could even close this, even close it, close that. Then you say it's okay. There's an error, you close it. So I can now run this Peter's library. I just simply double click it and then it opens. So once it opens, I realize that my library is blank, but I'm interested in populating it. There are several options of populating your library. You could either populate it manually or you could populate it from some existing database. Usually for those in the field of engineering, science, or STEM in general, there's a database called Google Scholar, which contains most of the publications, books, conference papers that you would need ordinarily to cite and reference your work. So I'm going to go to the website. It is called Google Scholar. So I search it, Google Scholar, there it is. I click on the website. It's opened. and then I can search any paper or book or even conference paper of interest. Since my research is on gasification, I'm going to search exactly that. And it gives me about 521,000 results. But I want to customize this so that it only gives me publications from the year 2010 up to the year 2025. And then I click search. So you can see that the value of the total references has come down to 189,000. So at this stage, I want to demonstrate how you can rather export the references from Google Scholar to your EndNote library. Remember, it's already open. It's here. So what I simply do is there are several options at the bottom of each reference. So you click on citation or sorry, cite. It gives you several options. Is what we call BibTeX, EndNote, RefMan, RefWorks. Since we are interested in EndNote, we are going to click on the EndNote. Then you realize that there is a folder, rather there is a file that has been downloaded. You click on it, and then it's exported to our EndNote library. Hurrah! Yes, we have our first reference.